Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Commentary Zone Noontime Edition. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend, follow us on Twitter and IG. Yes, do all of the good things that we ask you to do. Okay, so today we have our special show that we're reviewing. It is Love Off the Grid, Season 1, Episode 4, Three's a Throuple. Okay. Hello, Jamal. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Your day's just starting, isn't it?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. Anything in your inbox from overnight that is urgent or distressing?
Nah, they'll deal with it. I'll get there eventually.
A good day. Alrighty, so let's dig right into this episode. Three's a Throuple, and obviously the title is because of Joe, Maisha, and our newest character, Mia. I think that's how you say her name. Joe brings home Mia to be part of their community. And at first, everything seems good.
I mean, it started out okay, but somebody doesn't want to seem to do anything and has an issue with everything work-wise. So, yeah.
Well, Mia's originally from Atlanta. She is into poly relationships. She says that they work for her because she has a lot of love to give. She thinks that Joe's a hunk. We find out that both Mia and Maisha are bottoms. Joe thinks that's a good problem to have. And as you mentioned, Maisha, though she comes from a city as well, she seems more of the type to jump in and help, because I think she sees marriage on the horizon for her.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Mia is a little, like she admitted, she doesn't know her role there. She doesn't know if she's giving one person or another too much attention. Like they haven't clearly defined what she's doing there.
Right.
So
Which is a
she's a little
problem.
confused. But Maisha's taking an offense, because she's like, she thinks that we're equal and we're not. I'm the queen. Well, no one's told her that.
Exactly. You gotta tell people the situation before um, you tell them all the rules and be
Yeah.
clear.
And the situation when they were putting together the goat pen, she was helping out there. But then when it came time to administering the deworming medicine, she said, no, I'm not doing that. Again, someone should have explained to her before coming down there that this is going to be your role. All hands on deck. No saying no to anything. We are all contributing to this community. You are going to be expected to do this in your job description, and even some things that ain't in your job description. So I don't think Joe and Maisha are handling the additions to their unique blended family correctly.
No, because they're not. Again, they're not explaining the rules from the beginning, so there's no confusion.
And Mia is there to be with Maisha and Joe, not just Maisha.
Right.
Oh, okay. That was an interesting. I think this is like the biggest segment they've had in any of the shows.
I think you're right, actually.
The little baby goats were cute. Oh my God. Well, anyway, good luck to them. I hope they start verbalizing. And no, I do not want to see another tent scene with him crawling over human bodies. Hint to Discovery Plus. Don't show that. Hey, Yanni, welcome. Okay, so who's next?
Spence and Lindsay.
This was odd. How are you going to invite someone to stay with you and you don't have facilities? I think Lauren was horrified. She's a better person than me because I'd have been running after that car that drove me up there. I'm not like, and then they introduce her to the squatty potty.
Did you see her face?
Again, Lauren's a better person than me. Lauren is a better person than me. I'm sorry. But apparently Lauren has known Lindsay for years, since they were little, all throughout school. It is off the grid, but what's his name? Charlie got a toilet. Don't invite me to stay at your cabin and then expect me to go and dig a hole every morning somewhere next to a rattlesnake. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need full disclosure. I know you say that I'm bougie, Jamal, but I don't think that's asking too much.
Well, I agree. You don't invite people to stay with you and not have proper facilities. I agree. I agree with you there.
It's crazy. If somebody did that to you, Jamal, I know you get into the spirit of things, but wouldn't you just feel a way if you show up and they go, oh, here's your shovel and here's your like squatty potty, have at it.
Well, yes, I would expect you to at least have the basics. I mean, like the basics. I mean, I wouldn't expect you to have indoor plumbing, to be completely honest, but I would expect that you would have, how can I say this? You would have an outhouse already. If that makes sense. If that makes sense.
Because at the very least, that's like private.
Yeah. Because I would be real upset if I'm sitting there squatting and something come up and bite me and I can't move.
Or you just die out there with your pants down.
That too.
Because I was talking about rattlesnakes. Like you have to take a cutlass with you to poop?
Probably. So when you said the last one I killed was right next to the toilet, I'm like, excuse you?
Yeah. I was uncomfortable. I really was. Maybe she's sleeping and they don't even have a separate room for her because his house is just one big room.
Mm-hmm.
So where was she sleeping? In the van? Because they got that white van there. I think that's Lindsay's place.
It looks comfortable.
I don't know. But Lindsay says that being up there is taking a toll on her mental health. And Lauren's visit is like everything to her. She also says that Lauren would be able to give her some good feedback on the relationship. We find out that Spence brings 500 gallons of potable water up to his place once a week. Lauren, that's where they explain the bathroom situation to her and introduce her to the squatty potty. Lauren called it kind of gross. That's the understatement of the century. Lauren is wondering if Lindsay is okay with this type of living. Let's see. Oh, Lauren did ask about an outhouse, and Spence says that he is waiting on help for the outhouse and the deck. So they still haven't completed I thought it was stairs. How did it evolve into a deck? And she's been there for weeks. Why y'all ain't finished that?
Because I'm like, she don't want to do nothing.
But this was what he says, that this was a problem before,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Yep.
Um, Next, we see Lindsay and Lauren going out to the garden. They bring out the composting bucket, and I swear Lauren was gonna vomit. Um, they start spreading it and chopping it up and mixing it into the soil. It, I couldn't do this. I could not do
No.
this. Y'all could not pay me enough to do this. I am so sorry. Um, Lindsay is still looking for Lauren's perspective on the relationship with Spence. Um, Lindsay says that Spence is the right man, but she needs to find friends in order to live up there. But Spence says that he likes to be alone. He only let Lauren come because he realizes he's trying to compromise, and he realizes that Lindsay needs companionship other than him.
Mhm.
And we also find out that she brings in a whole nother dog. So now they're up to 6 dogs.
Right.
That dog looks sick. It looked malnourished, didn't it? Or was
I'm gonna
that
pay.
just the breed?
I'm gonna pay attention to the dog, to be completely honest.
I was shocked when she brought another dog in there because I'm like, how are y'all feeding these? Um, Lindsay says that she feels complete as a dog mom, but not too sure about actually having children. We find out in the next scene that Lauren left a few days ago. Child, if she made it a night, she was good.
Right.
Um, Lindsay says she's really thinking about what she said. Um, they've got the new dog. He brings up the weekly supply of water. And he says he didn't want a 6 dog. He didn't even want 5 dogs, because basically they suck up all the water and food.
Mhm.
And he says, I have to bring this up here every week. It is a cost. Um, and with you added to the house, I now have to expend more money for more water. And now you're adding another dog. Like, what if we wanted to have a child? And she's like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. She goes, you don't even want to take care of a dog. And he's like, I don't want to take care of a dog. I want to take care of a kid. The
Right.
argument was so ridiculous, but it made so much sense because it shows how different, like they're on different pages, to tell the honest truth.
Mhm.
I don't think Lindsay is being honest. And I don't think she realizes how expensive, like that water isn't free.
Right.
And then she said, he basically is accusing her of wasting water, but I didn't realize how. But she says, taking a bath once a day is a necessity for me because it is very hot. You only take one bath a day in that heat,
Mhm.
and he thinks that that's too much? Spence, how often are you bathing?
Right. That was
And
my
then
thought. I'm like, oof.
and then I really started looking at the two of them. And I was like, y'all look dirty. Y'all look like y'all been rolling around in the dust. And Spence gonna go to sleep like that. Oh my God. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Um, to, I don't know. I don't know. This doesn't look good. This isn't gonna last.
Mm-mm.
This isn't. She's gonna go back down to town. She's an extrovert. He's an introvert. She needs to be around people and have social interaction, and he avoids it at all costs.
Mhm.
And it just sounds like, she's saying some nonsense about inviting other people to come up there and live. Like, you trying to develop his property. He doesn't want it developed. He don't even want running water. He don't want electricity. Like, he won't even go and get a generator. He
Right.
survives off of 3 Duracell batteries. He makes no sense. I still want to know what they doing for a living. Hey, Nisei. Um, that was a whole mess. Anything else with them?
I'm trying to think. Oh, it was just interesting the fact that she's like, well, if I can't have people up here, then I want dogs. I want animals. What do you expect? I'm like, oof, no, that's not the proper way to go.
Mm-mm. It's I'm beginning to think that they really like, although they've had a relationship up there, they tried it once, it didn't work. I wonder if they really talked about and dissected what went wrong the first time
Hmm.
in order for it not to happen again. It doesn't seem like that.
No, since they haven't really had that talk yet.
Hmm.
Like they try to make it appear that they've had that talk, but by their actions, it's like you guys are speaking the same language.
Right. So I couldn't move back if we didn't address the reasons why I left. Unless she wants to use those same excuses to leave again.
Right. That's a good point too.
Then that's underhanded. You're not going in that with genuine intent.
Like, why even go through all that if you're not gonna like give a give a little compromise? There's no point.
Mm-mm. Wait, I'm not even okay with an outhouse? It's just voices for a hole in the ground. I've used an outhouse. I told y'all that story. My mother used to be scared that I would fall in, um, and she would never let me go alone. Um, but yeah, I thought it was an adventure. Young and dumb. Young and dumb. um, wait, it sounds to me like once you fall in love and move in, I'll change the other person. Yanni, that's a good point. Did these people have a conversation before moving in together? I don't think so.
Me neither.
I don't think so. I'm sorry I'm not highlighting the comments, but my comments in StreamYard are not updating. God bless StreamYard.
Mm.
Anything else with them?
No, they're good.
All right. Do you want to do Angela and Josh next?
Yes.
Okay, so we open up with him trying to fix her car. And he wants to fix the car so that he can go out and like they can go out and explore the area. Like he's acting like a tourist. I want to see what's in the area. I've never been here before. Um, and she thinks that he's getting cabin fever. She says that she still feels distant from him. Like they have two separate agendas. Um, he wants to know where he stands, if he's just a ranch hand or her partner. She says that she doesn't see him as a ranch hand. Um, but because this has come up, she is agreeing to go on the date so that she could at least compromise and give him something that he wants. And she hopes that they can start fresh. We see them head into town. They go to a local bar. He loves it because he sees her as tending to his needs. He starts ordering his drink. I think he had a Jack and something, and
Double
she
Jack.
has a double Jack with lime or something like that.
Hmm.
And she has a watered down iced tea. Okay.
Right.
Angela says that it's hard for her to sit in a bar because her ex was an alcoholic. But she wants to give Josh something so that he can be happy. Within minutes of getting there, he's getting shots from another couple down the end of the bar.
Hmm.
Huh? What? Okay, I think production set that up. Um,
I
but
agree with that one.
he is super social though.
Yeah, he's super social.
Super social. Like she says something that's really weird. In addition to thinking that his attention span is very short, which I thought she was, it almost came off as being jealous when she said that. He's back in society. He's grateful just to have someone to talk to. So you don't get to talk to her? Or was that you want someone else to talk to? I don't get it. She then feels like he's basically looking over her. He starts chugging shots and having Long Island iced teas. They go to play pool. Oh, he did say that he's not ignoring her. It's just really good to be around other people. So I guess he was getting bored of just her.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Oh, Lord. They play pool, and Angela then asks him if he's attracted to her. And he says that, like, he was attractive to the person she was when he first met her, and things are different now, or something like that. It was a really convoluted answer. She worries that the only attraction he might have for her is that she might take care of him like she did the first time she met him in Los Angeles. What?
Right. That's why I was kind of shocked.
What? So wait, we heard previously that they met on the street and she gave him a BJ that within minutes of meeting, and they spent a few days together. So how is she taking care of him?
Right.
I feel like a lot is missing.
Mm-hmm. I wonder was she paying for everything while he was in, while they were in LA? I'm just curious.
Probably. He probably came and stayed at her hotel for the few days that she was there. And then they were done. But another thing I don't understand, I've had these questions. They say that he has his own business.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the only person in the business? Is there no cell phone? Like, are you not checking in on your business? Did you not have any future customers that you had to go and service? How long are you staying? Why you don't have a car? How are you making money? Is your business going to survive after you go gallivanting up here? I just have a lot of questions. How do you leave your business?
Right. And we haven't seen him call and check in on it either.
We don't even know if he can get cell phone service.
That's true.
Like, how is he communicating? He's interested in socializing, but what about your business? I have a lot of questions. They don't seem on the up and up.
Not one word like, oh, let me now I have service. Let me go call. Let me go check in. You know what I mean?
And that didn't occur to me until I was watching Jen and Charlie. I was like, wait, he has a whole business and nothing?
Right.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay, so anything else with Angela and Josh?
Nah.
All right, last but not least, Jen and Charlie. Okay, so Jen's been there for a while now. Charlie thinks that she's adapting to the mountain life, but she still gets jittery at night. Charlie loved walking around in his little underwears. He says he's going to do some sort of perimeter check and check on the lanterns or something like that. Thank God their bed is bigger. You notice that the bed pulls out and it.
Yes, I saw that.
Thank God. Thank God. They go to sleep, and in the middle of the night, Jen hears some noises outside. She's telling Charlie that she thinks it's a bear. he gets up, grabs the gun, bangs on the door, and then goes out. I'm like, wait, what? But the cameras did pick up that there was a bear on their front porch. He goes out, he, I guess, takes care of it or whatever, but she's freaking out. Um, the next day, Charlie is going to check on the bear bait stations.
Mm-hmm.
I guess those are used to lure them to the stations instead of to the house. I guess I don't know. But while he's gone, he's asked his sister Marty to come and teach Jane how to handle and shoot a pistol, just as another way to I don't know, give her some more self defense on
Right.
the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
just in case he's not there. Um, we meet his sister. She seems really cool. She learned how to shoot from her dad. Jen is a little nervous because she's only shot a BB gun when she was little. But Jen does real good. She hits the marks, whatever.
Target.
Um, yeah, that's it. But then they sit down and they start talking. Um, okay, so Jen says that it's a risk because Charlie's not leaving the mountain and she's making all the sacrifices right now. Marty hopes that her brother has matured. He's 50 years old now. Um, and hopefully he's gotten over his fear of commitment. So is this what broke them apart the first time? He didn't want to commit? Or was it that she
Probably.
didn't want to live on the mountain?
It sounds more like he won't commit.
Mm. Um, Jen says that she's been there for several weeks and she's starting to like the mountain, but she's missing her children. Wow. We find out that cell service on the mountain is a privilege and basically it's sporadic. So he says something about like catching the bounce or
Just
something
like a cell tower bounce, I assume.
yeah, to get service. So basically they're walking around in open areas and trying to see if they can get a signal. And at best, if she does get a signal, it's one bar. So she gets a bit of signal and she calls her son. And her son is like, I have bad reception. We're in the middle of a hike. Can we talk to you later? And she's like, well, come on. She has to speak to another son, but the call is breaking up and then it ultimately fails. And this is really troublesome to her because she's like, what if something happens with her boys and she's unreachable?
Mm-hmm.
What if something happens to her and they can't call the kids? Like
Right.
it's a lot. She's just very worried. Next we see Charlie saying that he never wants to be a wedge between the relationship that she has with her sons. Um, Jen is worrying about her kids. She doesn't want them to feel like she's abandoned them. Um, Charlie starts rambling on about Old Yeller.
Mm-hmm.
I I've never watched Old Yeller, so I
Me
didn't
neither.
get it. Um, she says that it might be harder for him to understand because he doesn't have kids. He says he can't leave the mountain because of his mom. He's the one that goes and checks on her. Um, she tells him to not rush her on making a decision. He tells her that he loves he that he loves the cabin, he loves the mountain, and he loves her. And he gets emotional. He says, and then outside in a confessional, he says that if he could go back and do all the things that he's done, he'd do it with her if he could. And then he shuts everything down. He says, I'm done, and goes inside. And then she's like, what's wrong? And he tells her, and then it just ends. But He really loved this girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. But what's she going to do with her kids? Like, if he could find a way, like, work it out with Marty, that he could take 1 to 2 weeks out of every month just to go to Florida so that she could spend time with her kids and then come back. Like, they could split time.
Mm-hmm.
They're the only couple that I really like on this show. And it's because he has an indoor toilet. That's probably
Exactly.
it. All right. Well, that's the episode. Love Off the Grid, season 1, episode 4. Three's a throuple. Tomorrow, what are we doing? Are we doing Young, Famous, and African?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We're just filling in until we get new content to talk about. So tomorrow we'll do another episode of Young, Famous, and African. Join us at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And we'll talk about our little our foreign import show. Don't move off the grid. Family is important, but not her. Oh, Yanni has a point. So his family is important, but not hers.
Right.
Well, I guess because his mother's alone and the boys still have like their father.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hey, Sarf2. Welcome. I don't know. It's just odd. Don't move off the grid. Yanni. Yes, TV is dead. Debbie loved the ending of You Know What. Susan, I was dissatisfied with it. I'm not going to lie, Susan. I was dissatisfied with it. I think we spent too much time at the dinner and not enough time on the couch. And I think the experts should have held Olivia a bit more accountable and called out Jackson, because I think Jackson is no better than Olivia. Case closed. We need to write our own show. Oh my God, that might suck. I don't have any creative juices that way. Well, anyway, Jamal, I'm going to let you head on back to work.
All right.
And we'll see all of you cats and kittens tomorrow. Same time, same channel.
Yep.
All right. So any last thoughts?
No, we're good.
All righty. So until next time.
Of course.
All righty. Bye.
Bye.